And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Baby, you're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. Wanna have you near me? I wanna have you hear me say it. No one needs you more than I need you. And I know, yes I know that it's plain to see. We're so in love when we're together. Now I know that I need you here with me. From tonight until the end of time. You should know, everywhere I go, always on my mind, you're in my heart, in my soul. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. Wanna have you near me? I wanna have you hear me say it. No one needs you more than I. No one needs you more than Wanna have you near me? I wanna have you hear me say it. No one needs you more than I need you. You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration. You bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. When you love somebody till the end of time. When you love somebody, always on my mind. No one needs you more than I. When you love somebody till the end of time. When you love somebody, always on my mind. No one needs you more than I. When you love somebody till the end of time.
Ang istasyong maaasahan mo sa araw at gabi. Mapamusika man at importanteng impormasyon kailangang malaman. Dito lang yan sa 100.9 Santo Tomas.
Hi guys! Si Cesar Buboy Montano po ito. You're listening to 100.9 Metro FM Radio Tomasino. Sa tanang akong mga kaigsuunan, mga higalas, mga dabawenyos na aking mga pinangga. Nakikinig kayo ngayon sa 100.9 Metro FM Radio Tomasino. Love you. God bless you.
Kailangan ba ng filter ang beauty mo? May confidence ka ba na ilalabas ito? Morena o mestizo man ay pretty ka. Sa healthy, glowing skin, may hihigit pa ba? Pamper your skin with all natural Tubod beauty care. Healthy, glowing skin is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Maganda ang dating, natural ang
Tubod Mist, Tubod Water. Drink it now. For more details, just contact 0935-943-2560 or 0963-574-0750. Tubod Water.
Healthy is pretty. Maganda ang dating, natural ang feeling.
Maganda ang dating, natural ang feeling.
pangalan, ma'am?
Rowena Castro, taga Sonpor, Barangay 35, Cagayan de Oro.
Wonder Herbal Oil ang imong nagamit, ma'am, kay nagngulngol ang imong patiis.
Ako din, may nagkuhay ngulngol.
Imong tiil lang nagngulngol. Onya, imong gigamitan aning Wonder Herbal Oil. Onya, kumusta man?
Okay kayo, sir, ang Wonder Herbal Oil.
Dugay na ka nagamit anang Wonder Herbal Oil.
Ikatulo na ka-busy, sir.
Kumusta man ang epekto? Kumusta ang resulta?
Maayo man siya, sir. Mentol ba lang, kay paminaw mo sa, hindi ko man mo gapla.
Okay, onya, ang ngulngol sa imong patiis nawala.
Nawala na, kaloy, sige na.
Nindot gid kayo.
Salamat sa Ricardo Villaronte. Maayo, epektibo gid ang iyang kuan, produkto sa Wonder Herbal Oil.
A car wash that will surely make your car looks brand new. You can visit DJ's Car Wash, and also if you wanted to rent a car, you can visit also Onad Rental, and you may contact Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Asho and Jolly Asho. For more details, contact them in 0906-1072-0802 or 0955-668-1881. DJ's Car Wash and Onad Rental Car located at Purok 10 Federal 3, San Tormes, Davao, and they are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. DJ's Car Wash and Onad Rental.
Bringing you the latest news and the hottest music wherever you are. This is Amapola Broadcasting System, caring for the environment, advocate of responsible journalism.
Metro FM.
Sigurado, love ka dito.
A better mix of music. Metro FM.
All right, if you know what that sound is, that is the sound of your afternoon show on my favorite radio station. This is Joe Cano checking in here on 100.9 The Metro FM. This hour is brought to you by Cafetuneros, and have we got a special announcement for you today. Check it out. We have a special recipe just for Valentine's Day. It's one day out of the year when we make an affogato for you. It's going to be made with freshly ground coffee, beans that we get from, well, we get them originally from Brazil, then we get them roasted in Italy, and then we bring them to you here and make you a delicious espresso poured over some vanilla ice cream. Only get it one day, and that's Valentine's Day. So if you have somebody special, bring them down. Bring them on down and try out this deliciousness, because we're making it special for you. If you don't have somebody special, well, go find somebody and bring them. It'll be fun. Ladies, does your man does he really love you if he doesn't bring you to Cafetuneros for Valentine's Day? I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm saying it's a question worth asking. All right. Hey, we got Denji in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Good to have you here. And you mentioned a capybara yesterday, so that's going to be our topic. Not capybaras, but awesome pets. Because sometimes we've gone through lists of pets and gone through, pets that were terrible ideas. And today, we're going to go into pets that would be awesome. So that's going to start off our list, a capybara, and we'll get to it right after our country DoubleDown first set here, which is going to be Lorne Green with Ringo and 9 Pound Hammer. We dialed back the clock quite a ways for this playlist today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. These guys really knew how to put on a show, and their songs they just got a feel to them, So I think you'll enjoy that. We'll be back to talk about our first pet, which is a capybara, right after these songs. So stick around, enjoy the music, and I'll see you on the other side.
They lie in boot hills all through the West. The outlaws, the gunslingers, the Billy the Kids, and worse. Say a fellow like the coward that shot Bill Hickok in the back. There's always one like that in every time of history. Most of them were varmints, but every once in a while in one of them, there may have lived a man. He lay face down on the desert sand, clutching his 6-gun in his hand. Shot from behind, I thought he was dead, for under his heart was an ounce of lead. But a spark still burned, so I used my knife, and late that night I saved the life of Ringo. I nursed him till the danger passed. The days went by, he mended fast. And then from dawn till setting sun, he practiced with that deadly gun. And hour on hour I watched in awe. No human being could match the draw of Ringo. One day we rode the mountain crest, and I went east and he went west. I took to law and wore a star, while he spread terror near and far. With lead and blood he gained such fame all through the west, they feared the name of Ringo. I knew someday I'd face the test, which one of us would be the best. And sure enough, the word came down that he was holed up in the town. I left the posse out in the street, and I went in alone to meet Ringo. They said my speed was next to none, but my lightning draw had just begun when I heard a blast that stung my wrist. The gun went flying from my fist, and I was looking down the bore of the deadly 44 of Ringo. They say that was the only time that anyone had seen him smile. He slowly lowered his gun, and then he said to me, "We're even, friend." And so at last I understood that there was still a spark of good in Ringo. I blocked the path of his retreat. He turned and stepped into the street. A dozen guns spit fire and lead. A moment later, he lay dead. The town began to shout and cheer. Nowhere was there shed a tear for Ringo. The story spread throughout the land that I had beaten Ringo's hand. And it was just the years, they say, that made me put my guns away. But on his grave, they can't explain the tarnished star above the name of Ringo. Just picture yourself driving 4-inch spikes into hard black coal deep down under a mountain. The top of the mine is so low you can't straighten your back. And the air is so heavy with dust you can hardly breathe. Well, out in East Kentucky around Harlan and Prairie County, coal miners sing a little song called 9-Pound Hammer. This 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy for my sides, honey, for my sides. Well, I'm going on a mountain, I'm going to see my baby, but I ain't coming back, no sir, never, ain't coming back. Oh, well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't roll? Roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal. How can I pull when the wheels won't roll? It's a long way to Harlan, it's a long way to Hazard, just to get a little brew, just to get a little brew. When I'm long gone, you can make my tombstone out of number 9 coal, out of number 9 coal. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Well, I roll on, buddy, pull a load of coal. How can I pull when the wheels won't roll? When the wheels won't roll? When the wheels won't roll? When the wheels won't roll?
Alrighty, that was the country and western legend that singing that 9-pound hammer. That was Lorne Green. All right, so our theme today is animals that are unique but awesome. That's the deal. We have very little to say bad about these because they're awesome pets, even if they might be a little bit of work. Our first up on the list, mentioned yesterday, and it just kind of gave us the idea, is a capybara. All right, and that is the largest rodent in the world, but it's not a rat. Okay, it's a rodent. This thing is a respectable creature, kind of like a big old beaver without the tail. Biggest in the world, social creatures, pretty unique, and some things to know if you're going to get one. First off, they're a little bit expensive. Okay, that's going to be our number one kind of thing to think about. They can cost you anywhere from about 50,000 to 150,000 pesos, and that's if you're in an area that carries them. Getting one here might cost more, so that's a difficult one to overcome. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could do with 100,000 pesos that I probably, or 50,000 pesos even, that I probably wouldn't. I don't know. They're adorable though. I do want to pet one. I want to boop their little nose. I want to have one to cuddle up with me while I play video games or watch TV and just travel around, walk around town with me. But boy, if a dog attacked it, I would probably hurt a dog if he tried to bite my capybara. Because, I mean, they're just adorable. So anyways, so the maintenance on them. Now they don't shed, so you're not gonna have to worry, very little. So they don't put a lot of hair everywhere. They don't have an odor. They aren't aggressive. But if they want affection, you let them come to you. So, I mean, they need a lot of water. We're in the Philippines. There's a lot of water. We were just talking about flooding yesterday. There's definitely a lot of water. So, I don't know, man. I love the idea of a capybara. I don't know if I'll be able to get one, though, because that's pretty expensive. And they're a little bit high maintenance. They are. I think with enough love, we could take care of them. I think we could do it. So I wouldn't expect the station to pay for one for us, but we might be able to raise the money through like a GoFundMe. So just cute creatures, little chubby creatures, and I would definitely want one. I think I'd be the first capybara ever in Santo Tomas, Davao del Norte. I think that would be the first one. All right. Well, we're going to keep moving with some Tennessee Ernie Ford with 16 tons and then Union Dixie. Enjoy, guys. We'll be right back after this to talk about our next pet.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, well, to bless my soul, you load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting and trouble are my middle name. I was raised in the canebrake by an old mama lion. Can't no high-toned woman make me walk the line. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Way down south in the land of traders, rattlesnakes and alligators. Right away, come away, right away, come away. Where cotton's king and men are chattels, Union boys will win the battles. Right away, come away, right away, come away. We'll all go down to Dixie, away, away. Each Dixie boy must understand that he must mind his Uncle Sam. Away, away, we'll all go down to Dixie. Away, 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 we'll all go down to Dixie. I wish I was in Baltimore. I'd make secession traitors roar. Right away, come away, right away, come away. We'll put the traitors all to rout. I'll bet my boots we'll whip them out. Right away, come away, right away, come away. We'll all go down to Dixie. Away, away. Each Dixie boy must understand that he must find his Uncle Sam. Away, away, we'll all go down to Dixie. Away, away, we'll all go down to Dixie. Oh, may our stars and stripes still wave forever o'er the free and brave. Right away, come away, right away, come away. And let our motto ever be for union and for liberty. Right away, come away, right away, come away. We'll all go down to Dixie. Away, away. Each Dixie boy must understand that he must mind his Uncle Sam. Away, away, we'll all go down to Dixie. Away, away, we'll all go down to Dixie.
All right, that was Tennessee Ernie Ford. That last one was a song that was sang during the American Civil War by the Northerners. And that was a bit of a dig on the Southerners. They were fighting the rebels. So the Rebel Alliance was defeated during that time. And then, well, some of the songs lasted, well, all the way up to now, apparently, because we're playing them on the radio, guys. All right. So for our next awesome pet here on 100.9 The Metro FM, where you go to find all about awesome pets, we have the North American bison. Now, I've seen these in person. They are just absolute units. Total monsters. Big, beautiful cows, man. wild, massive, strong, powerful, and I'm all about these things. And I want one. I 100% want one. I want to get that bond with it when it's a baby so that, like, we're really close, so that when it gets really big and bulky and mean, I can be like, yeah, that's mine, dude, and it'll be my friend. Because I don't just want a pet to be around the house, to pet, to play with, which I want all of that, absolutely. I also want to ride it, and we've got one artist representation of someone riding, and then we have a picture, I believe, of someone riding. Isn't that correct? Yeah. All right, on the right, if you're watching, you can see a guy on a bison, and it is a monster, and that is a manly man. Like, that dude, he is the definition of testosterone on a buffalo right there. And the guy on the left, the artist depiction, that's the way I see myself. Riding that thing into battle somewhere in the mountains and just taking out bad guys and rescuing people, That is, the good guy rides a buffalo, which is what we called the bison. The North American bison is not, in fact, a buffalo, but a bison. But it was called a buffalo when we were back in America, when we were headed that way and we saw them. We were headed out west, and the name stuck. So, guy on a buffalo, man, that would be me, 100%. I'm all about it. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think a bison is a great pet, wonderful pet, and I want one to ride around like a boss. Now, as for price, it's pretty hard to buy live bison, and you got to be like licensed and stuff, so we would have to be breaking the law as soon as we got it. The internet says a whole bunch of dumb stuff like don't ride them and whatnot. What I will say is if you're in a national park or somewhere you can see bison, don't go up to them. Be very cautious. You don't have a bond with that bison. So don't go up there because they'll see you as a threat, and they can pick you up with one of those horns and launch you like 20 feet in the air. So don't do that. But admire them from a distance. And if you manage to get a pet, let me know, because I would love to see someone's pet bison. It's happened before. But in the Philippines, we have our own buffalo. Not quite the North American bison, but I think we have an overlay for that. Yeah. I might get me one of those. All right. Well, we're going to get to some Eddie Arnold here and 100.9 the Metro FM. We'll be right back after this.
I'm gonna ride down that dusty trail to the land of sweet enchantment where hardship don't prevail. I'm heading for the blue horizon where the mountains meet the sky. Gonna saddle up my faithful pinto and bid the boys goodbye. I'll say so long to Mom and Dad and tell sister not to cry, 'cause I'm heading for the blue horizon where the mountains meet the sky. I'm gonna ride down that dusty trail to the land of sweet enchantment where hardship don't prevail. When my roundup days are over and I've said my last goodbye, I'll be up in the blue horizon where the mountains meet the sky.
the coyotes are howling, way out where the dog is bone. Where spurs are a-jingling, a cowboy is singing this lonesome cattle call. He rides in the sun till his day's work is done, and he rounds up the cattle each fall. Singing his cattle call. For hours he would ride on the range far and wide when the night winds blow up a squall. His heart is a feather in all kinds of weather. He sings his cattle call. He's brown as the berry from riding the prairie, and he sings with an old western drawl. Singing his cattle call.
Alrighty, that was some Tex Williams with Cattle Call, which is a great one to put on after we talk about bison, who are, I say, a type of cattle, but better and would make a great pet. And maybe a carabao here, we'll see. If I get one, I gotta get somewhere to put him. That way he can play in the water and the mud and stuff. Because a carabao is really just a water buffalo. Alright, but we don't really need an outside space for our next awesome pet. Our next awesome pet is, well, they can be indoors, but they do need room to run around. That is important, and they are ferrets. Ferrets are incredible. They're kind of like a cat and a weasel got together and just made something fun and cool. They're cute. They're playful and curious. They're sociable, friendly, affectionate. They're intelligent. Some people say they're high maintenance. That might just mean they need more love. Apparently they do have a smell. I have noticed that with friends with ferrets. They can kind of have a bit of a strong scent to them. But it's something you get used to if you have one. And if people don't really like you, they won't be around you if you have a ferret. And it's probably someone you don't like either. So it helps you find your true friends. I say that's a positive. They require lots of exercise. Yeah, they're energetic and happy, and they make you energetic and happy. So good. I'm still not seeing a downside here. They're illegal in some locations. Well, nothing's illegal if you're brave enough. I'm kidding. That's bad. That's not legal advice. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that at all. Don't break the law. However, maybe, talk to the people in charge of your laws and see if you can get it changed so that you could get a ferret if you're in an area where owning a ferret is illegal. I don't know. I think ferrets are pretty cool. I think I could enjoy having a ferret or two. But you should talk to your partners about that, your ladies and your dudes, if you are thinking about getting a ferret, because that is a big decision. And, it's good to talk to somebody before you do something crazy like that. Ferrets, our judgment is awesome pet. Definitely unusual. I haven't seen one around here yet. So we're going to go with yes on ferrets. And then we're going to go with some words from our sponsors. So listen to this. If you use any of our sponsors, please let them know you heard about them on 100.9 the Metro FM. It's good for us, it's good for them, and it's good for you because I think these products are pretty cool. So if you are looking for any of these services or products, and try ours first. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you got to dedicate your whole life to them, but definitely give them a shot. You might find something awesome there. All right. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors, and then we'll move on with another awesome pet. See you guys right after this.
Ang istasyong maaasahan mo sa araw at gabi. Mapamusika man at importanteng impormasyon kailangang malaman. Dito lang yan sa 100.9 Metro FM. Santo Tomas.
You are listening at 100.9 Metro FM, Radyo Tomasino. Sigurado love ka dito. This is your DJ, Joe Cano.
Mga tatay ug mga nanay, si Doc Bry po ito. Mga benepisyo sa panyawan, ashitaba, guyabano, garlic, neem, malunggay ug nutraceutical amount of vitamin C and B vitamins, especially B12, aniya na sa Makabuhay Plus. Puno kini sa anti-stress compounds, makapalami sa tulog, makapahupay sa sakit sa kalawasan, sakit sa dughan ug ulo, mga bukol-bukol sa lawas ug mopaboost sa immune system. Puno kini sa complex antioxidants. Kung naay gibati, mag-inom 1 to 2 capsules once up to 3 times a day before meal. For preventive maintenance, take 1 up to 2 capsules a day.
Signed Audio Enterprise. Signed Audio Enterprises. Through audio, video, sales and rentals, printing services, and signage maker, event supplier for festivals, pageants, live concerts, elegant wedding, debut, rave parties, pro audio system, stage, visual effects, high definition, LED screen display, mega tents, staging, stage truck, LED dance floors, and stage special effects. We accept LED billboards, fabrication and installation, 3D build-up signs, tarpaulin printing, car and motor decals, t-shirt printing, souvenirs, and all kinds of printing jobs, both large and small formats. We produce good sound. We create visual effects. We design and fabricate. We make signs. Look for June Avila, the CEO, technical head, with a telephone number 0936-463-6694, or look for Boying, and coach marketing operation head, with a telephone number 0916-101-3480. Sign Audio Enterprises. Printing and booking of store number 1, Lupez Building, National Highway, Tagumsi. Hashtags Your Sound Matters. Your Sign Masters. Signed Audio Enterprises.
Savon Beauty Soap ni Ana. Ang pinaka-skin-friendly, organically blended Ayu Savon Beauty Soap. Wala na mi maingon. Kung dili, mauna jud. Ang pampagwapa na dili isog sa panit, makahumok ug makahamis. Ang Ayu Savon. Tinuod ni.
Puti ani mo oy. Nadamguhan ta ka. Ang Ayu Sabon ay talagang mahusay sa balat. Mabibili ito sa mga suking butika at sa mga mini grocers nearby you. Ayu!
Alrighty, and we are back on 100.9 the Metro FM. This is your DJ Joe Cano, and this hour is brought to you by Cafetuneros, where we have a special going on here on February 14th. So bring down your lady, your dude, and young men. If you ain't got nobody, bring your mama. Moms need loving too, so show your mom some love, bring her down, let her know you're a good son, all right? Our next awesome animal, remember, no negativity. We're not doing the negative stuff, all right? Our next awesome animal is a monkey. Now, you'll notice this is not a native monkey here, okay? And there's a reason for that. And that's because the native monkeys here, from what I understand, you need a special license to own them. But check the laws before you go getting anything. We always encourage people to be careful. This is a capuchin, and they are maybe the most adorable monkeys that you can really own as a pet. The most adorable monkeys ever, of course, are the Philippine tarsiers. But you can't own them because they will die if you own them, and that makes me sad. Now, I'm reading online here, and it says they're energetic animals that require enrichment and an active lifestyle. And they're trying to say this like it's a bad thing. Often, when raised by humans, they rarely get enough stimulation. I say that doesn't make them a bad pet, that just makes some humans bad owners. If you have a monkey, you play with that monkey. So, they can get bored easily? Well, so can I. And me and that monkey won't get bored together because we'll have a lot of fun. They say this can lead to increasingly destructive behaviors. Well, if you get me bored, I'm going to get destructive too. How about that? So, yeah. I say if you're going to have one, think about it, of course. Always think about it. Be careful. Okay? They can live up to 15 to 25 years. So, I don't know. If you get a monkey, be careful. And make sure you're putting a lot of work into it. And give it lots of love. Because monkeys are adorable. And they're, they're just like little people. Only they don't talk so much, which I am down with. I mean, I talk here, but outside of here, I'm quiet for a while sometimes. I don't know. I think I could dig it. Yep, make sure it's legal. And then if it is, or you can get a license, get you that monkey. Monkeys are cool. Ample space for exercise is essential. Okay, you want plenty of room for them to run around. And, it could be up to 40 years in captivity. That's amazing. Be my buddy for the next 40 years. Me and that monkey just laying on our deathbeds together as old men after all our awesome adventures, which we would have a ton of. If I had a monkey, he would ride on my shoulder, probably a parrot on the other one, while I rode my bison. There's, I'm seeing no downsides to any of these pets. And anybody that is just doesn't want to put in the work. So, yeah. Let's do it, guys. All right, we're going to get in with some Cord Lund with I Want to Be in the Cavalry. And Horse Soldier next on your Country Tuesday Double Down here on 100.9 the Metro FM. Be back right after this.
Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. I want a good man when the bugle sounds and I hear the cannons roar. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I want a horse in a volunteer force that's riding forth at dawn. Please save for me some gallantry that will echo when I'm gone. I beg of you, Sarge, let me lead the charge and the battle lines are drawn. Let me at least leave a good hoofbeat that remember loud and long. Well, I'm not a good foot soldier, I'd be sour and slow at march. And I'd be sick on a Navy ship and the sea would leave me parched. But I'll be first in line if they let me ride. By God, you'll see my starch. Low back o'er the heath with a laurel wreath underneath that victory arch. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. I want a good man when the bugle sounds and I hear the cannons roar. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Let me earn my spurs and the battle's blue and the day is lost or won. I'll wield my lance as the ponies dance and the blackguards fire their guns. A saber keen and a saddle carbine and an army Remington. Where the hot lead screams with the cocoa steel, I may be a cavalryman. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. And I want a good steed under me like my forefathers before. I want a good man when the bugle sounds and I hear the cannons roar. Well, I want to be in the cavalry if I must go off to war. Let them play their flutes
boots and stirrup my boots and place them back to front. Cause I won't be back on the riderless black, and I'm finished in my hunt. Well, I wanna be in the cavalry if they send me off to war. Well, I wanna be in the cavalry, but I won't ride home no more. I'm a hussar, I'm a Hun, I'm a wretched Englishman, routing Bonaparte at Waterloo. I'm a dragoon on a dun, I'm a Cossack on the run, I'm a horse soldier, timeless through and through. Well, I was with Custer and the 7th, 76 or 77, scalped that little bighorn by the Sioux. And the tears and devastation of a once proud warrior nation, this I know, cause I was riding with them too. And I drank mare's blood on the run when I rode with the great Khan on the frozen Mongol steppe while at his height. And I was a white guard, I was a red guard, I was the Tsar's own palace horse guard when Romanov was murdered in the night. And I knew Saladin and rode his swift Arabians, harassing Doom's crusaders on the heavy drafts. And yet I rode the Percheron against the circling Saracen, and once again against myself was cast. Well, I'm a hussar, I'm a Hun, I'm a wretched Englishman, routing Bonaparte at Waterloo. I'm a dragoon on a dun, I'm a Cossack on the run, I'm a horse soldier, timeless through and through. Well, I've worn the Mounties crimson. If you're silent and you'll listen, you'll know that it was with them that I stood. When Mare Thorpe, she cried as her 4 horsemen died, gunned down in scarlet coldest blood. Well, I was the firstest with the mostest when I fought for Bedford Forest, suffered General Wilson's Union raid. And mine was not the reason why, mine was but to do or die at Crimea with the charging light brigade. On high from Swiss or Sweden, be me Christian, be me heathen, the devil to the saber I shall put. With a crack flanking maneuver, I'm a new land a la Suber, striking terror into regiment of foot. Well, I'm a hussar, I'm a Hun, I'm a wretched Englishman, routing Bonaparte at Waterloo. I'm a dragoon on a dun, I'm a Cossack on the run, I'm a horse soldier, timeless through and through. Well, I knew my days were numbered when o'er the trenches lumbered more modern machinations de la guerre. No match for rapid fire or the steel birds of the sky. With a final rearguard action, I retreat. No match for barbed wire or the armored engine's whine. Reluctant, I retire and take my leave. Today I ride with special forces on those wily Afghan horses. To Stone's Northern Alliance give their thanks. And no matter defeat or victory in battle, it occurs to me that we may see a swelling in our ranks. Well, I'm a hussar, I'm a Hun, I'm a wretched Englishman, routing Bonaparte at Waterloo. I'm a dragoon on a dun, I'm a Cossack on the run, I'm a horse soldier, timeless through and through. I'm a horse soldier. soldier, eternal through and through.
Alrighty, that was Corb Lund with Horse Soldier. Horse Soldier. That's a good classic right there. And before we get into a titan of country and western, a guy named Charlie Pride, we are going to talk about our next amazing, awesome, and cool pet, but a little unique, called a sugar glider. Now, we have something similar here called a kagwang, but this is the easier one to get and legal in most places. Well, the internet tells me that sugar gliders, this comes from petmd.com, sugar gliders are loving, interesting, energetic, and curious animals that have become popular pets. While they may look like rodents, they are small marsupials closely related to kangaroos and koalas. I'm sold. That right there. And the picture? Forget it. I want them. I want 10. And it's a good thing I want 10 because, well, they live in groups of 5 to 12 in the wild. They're very social. They're quite vocal and are usually passive, but they may bite when scared, stressed, in pain, or poorly socialized. So poorly socialized. Now, not a negative. Remember, we're not going negative today. But it's a positive because you need a bunch of them. They live in groups of 5 to 12. Well, give me 10 of these, and I've got 12 to 15 years of awesome pets that can just crawl all over me all the time. I mean, does it really get better than those adorable things? I don't know. What if I could get a whole bunch of them to ride on the back of my capybara while I rode on my bison with my monkey on my shoulder? I mean, I'm a modern day Dr. Doolittle at that point. I just want all the pets, I think is the smart way to go. And sugar gliders are definitely included in all the pets because they're super adorable. They are nocturnal, so they're going to be noisy at night. And guess what? That's fine. My neighbor's got a husky. I'll put him up on the fence near his house. That way he gets to hear my animal whine all night while his animal whines all night, and they can talk to each other. It'll be fine. They need lots of room, so make sure that you can give them a cage where they can glide. So they need to have a really tall one, okay? It needs to be high up. Optimally, it needs to be about as high as the ceiling and really big. So you want these guys to have room because you want them to live an awesome life and you want to give them plenty of love. No negatives. Those are all positives. I'm totally cool with it. So, yeah, let's get sugar gliders. Aviaries are preferable habitats for sugar gliders. The bigger, the better. All right. Good. All right, guys. I'm down. Another awesome pet. We're going to get to, I think, our last awesome pet after Charlie Pride here. So listen up to these great classics of Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, and Is Anybody Going to San Antone? And then we'll get into a pet that you wouldn't really think of normally, but I think makes a great pet. Right after this.
Whenever I chance to meet some old friends on the street, they wonder how does a man get to be this way. I've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place. And every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Well, people may try to guess the secret secret of a happiness. But some of them never learn it's a simple thing. The secret I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love. And the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning and love her like the devil when you get back home. Rain dripping off the brim of my hat, sure is cold today. Here I am walking down 66. Wish she hadn't done me that way. Sleeping under a table in a roadside park, a man could wake up dead. But it sure seems warmer than it did sleeping in our king-size bed. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is all right as long as I can forget I've ever known her. Wind whipping down the neck of my shirt like I ain't got nothing on. But I'd rather fight the wind and rain than what I've been fighting at home. Yonder comes a truck with the U.S. mail, people writing letters back home. Tomorrow she'll probably want me back, but I'll still be just as gone. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is all right as long as I can forget I've ever known her.
That was Charlie Pride with Is Anybody Going to San Antone or Phoenix, Arizona? We got Marty Robbins coming up next, but before we do, our last awesome pet of the day is here, and it's a pretty awesome one. I think it's up there. It's up there on the list of awesome pets. Definitely up there on the list of adorable pets. So go ahead, reveal it to the viewers, and we'll describe it to the listeners. Oh my goodness. I want one. I want one. It is called a fennec fox or desert fox. Now, some things to know about these. They're absolutely cute, number one. They're noisy, energetic, and they're nocturnal. So they're going to get along great with all my sugar gliders. Although I might keep them in separate cages because that guy, I don't know. I don't want to play rough with my sugar gliders. But he would also be a wonderful, wonderful pet. 100%. Those great, big, beautiful ears. Now, something to know about them. They are not aggressive at all. They're actually giant cowards. And they don't need the socialization that some of these other animals need as far as having others of their kind around. They actually are pretty independent as pets. So, great big cowards because you need to protect them. And that's a positive. They come hide on me and I'll protect them from anything. I would protect that fox against just about anything else. Let's see. What's they need to be warm, but that's not a problem here in the Philippines. Oh my goodness. They can dig holes 20 feet deep. That is insane. They could dig a hole 7 meters down. They would hit water here. All right, so we'll keep that in mind and be careful to where we put them. Man. Okay, they'll jump on your furniture and could knock over your weak things, so have your stuff more strong. There you go. So, yeah. All right. They sound awesome. It says low humidity, though. I would worry about that here. So we'd have to really keep a close eye on them. But I want one. Just one of those, actually, because I think that'll fit perfectly in my menagerie. And from the chat, it says, so adorable. I agree. They are indeed extremely adorable. Could you imagine just walking around one of those, just holding them? That's my little buddy. Where's my little buddy? You want one, MD? So we'll get two. One for you, one for me. Maybe they'll be friends, buddies, pals. I could bring them to the studio. I could have 2 fennec foxes. Maybe we check with the station owner before we do that, though. Probably good to ask permission on that one. All right, guys. Well, that kind of wraps up our pets. We've got one more break, but before we get to that, we're going to go to Marty Robbins. Enjoy, guys. We'll be back right after Marty Robbins.
Well, he walks out in the arena, all dressed up to the brim. Said he just came down from a place called Highland Rim. Well, he said he came to ride the horse, the one they call the Brute. But he didn't look like a cowboy in his continental suit. We snickered at the way he dressed, but he never said a word. He walks on by the rest of us as if he hadn't heard. $1,000 went to the man that could ride this wild cayuse. I mean, a horse was never born than the one they called a Brute. The horse that he was looking for was in chute number 8. He walked up very slowly, put his hand upon the gate. We knew he was a thoroughbred when he pulled a sack of dukes from the inside pocket of his continental suit. Well, he rolled himself a quirly and he let it standing there. Blew himself a smoke ring and he watched it disappear. We thought he must be crazy when he opened up the gate. Standing just inside was 1,500 pounds of hate. The buckskin tried to run him down, but the stranger was too quick. He stepped aside and threw his arms around the horse's neck, and he pulled himself upon the back of the horse they called a Brute, set like he was born there in his continental suit. The Brute's hind end was in the air, his front end on the ground, kicking and a squealing, trying to shake the stranger down. But the stranger didn't give an inch, he came to ride the Brute, and he came to ride the buckskin in a continental suit. Well, I turned around to look at Jim, and he was watching me. He said, I don't believe the crazy things I think I see, but I think I see the outlaw, the one they call the Brute, ridden by a cowboy in a continental suit. The Brute came to a standstill, ashamed that he'd been rode by a city cowboy in some continental clothes. The stranger took his money, and we don't know where he went. We don't know where he came from, and we haven't seen him since. The moral of the story, never judge by what they wear. Underneath some ragged clothes could be a millionaire. Everybody listen, don't be fooled by this galoot, this sure enough bronc buster in a continental suit. Nobody knew where he came from, they only knew he came in. Slowly he walked to the end of the bar and he ordered up 1 slug of gin. Well, I could see that he wasn't a large man, I could tell that he wasn't too tall, I judged him to be about 5'3", and his voice was a soft Texas drawl. Said he was needing some wages before he could ride for the West. Said he could do most all kind of work. Said he could ride with the best. There in his blue eyes was sadness that comes from the need of a friend. And though he tried, he still couldn't, for the way that he came stomping in. He told me to leave Shorty there by himself, come down and wait on a man. The eyes of the little man narrowed, the smile disappeared from his face. Gone was the friendliness that I had seen, and a wild look of hate took its place. But the big one continued to mock him, and he told me that I had better go. Find him a couple of glasses of milk, and then maybe Shorty would grow. When the little man spoke, there was stillness. He made sure that everyone heard. Slowly he stepped away from the bar, and I still remember these words. Oh, it's plain that you're looking for trouble. Trouble's what I try to shun. If that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. 'Cause cowboy, we're both packing guns. His hand was already positioned, his feet wide apart on the floor. I hadn't noticed that there on his hip was a short-barreled bat 44. It was plain he was ready and waiting. He leaned a bit forward and said, when you call me Shorty, say, Mister, my friend, maybe you'd rather be dead. In the room was a terrible silence as the big one stepped out on the floor. All drinking stopped, and the tick of the clock said death would wait 10 seconds more. He cursed once or twice in a whisper, and he said with a snarl on his lips, nobody's mister to me, little man. And he grabbed for the gun on his hip, but the little man's hand was like lightning. The bat 44 was the same. The 44 spoke, and he sent leaden smoke, 17 inches of flame. Oh, the big one had never cleared leather, beaten before he could start. A little round hole had appeared on his shirt. The bullet went clear through his heart. The little man stood there a moment, then holstered the bat 44. It's always this way, so I never stayed. Slowly he walked out the door. How a 44 gun one night made the difference in size. As for me, I'll remember the sadness shown in the eyes of the man. If we meet someday, you can bet I will say that it's me, Mr. Shorty, your friend.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that does it for today. That was a fun little show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all positivity, no negativity, just awesome pets that I want. So I've decided we're getting them all. I don't know how yet. I don't actually have the money or the place to put them all, but we're going to figure that out, and then we're going to get them all. I've ordered producer MD to start a GoFundMe. He replied, "That's not my job. You can't actually tell me what to do. Stop trying to boss me around." But hopefully he'll get going on that soon, and you guys can all give me all your money so that I can buy awesome exotic pets for my little vanity project. All right, our plan right now, we're back on for tomorrow. Is everything in line for that? Are we good? All right, so the plan is to be back in here tomorrow for another wonderful episode of the Joe Cano Show. And I hope you guys, we might have a special guest tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. And I hope you guys are here for that. Thanks for listening today. It was a great time for me. I love the old country vibes we got today. Don't do that very often here, but it was good to do now. Enjoy this and tune in again. And I'll see you then, guys. Have a good one.
You are listening at 100.9 Metro FM, Radyo Tomasino. Sigurado, love ka dito. This is your DJ Love, ang hugotera ng bayan. Hugot pa more?
May buntag ni mo diya, kaibigan.
Pastor?
Taga-asa ni Paliyog o kinsa ang pangalan?
Pastor, ako si Vicky, taga Hingog City.
Yes, unsay atong testimony, Igan?
Testimony ako, Pastor. Ikatulong na ako ni Pastor pag testimony. Kasi na, sakit ang akong kuhaan, kidney. Lantan ko, nawala.
Okay, good.
Kung kuhaan tayo, katong akong kasing-kasing, ang dalag sa kuhaan, di pag-witer, nawala ko. Pero sa ikatulong, Pastor, magkatuan gig ko, Pastor, kaya nga nung bilantan ko, na nahadlo ko, Pastor, kasi nga COVID bitaw. Isa na kimana, Pastor, nag-inom puglaen ng mga herbal bitaw, Pastor.
Liderato sa Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Samtang PNP Reform Bill aprobado na sa final reading sa Senado.
Libuan ka pulis, ipakatag atol sa nagsingabot nga Chinese New Year sa nasod.
Duha ka smuggled sports car padayong ginapangita sa Bureau of Customs.
Og sa tuwang international headlines, pipila ka mga journalista gipang aresto sa Russia.
King Charles III na diagnose nga dunay cancer sigon sa Buckingham Palace.
Og sa tuwang business update, presyo